When it comes to the big game this Sunday, there are literally hundreds of fun prop bets you can make. And this morning we are turning to one of the experts from FanDuel, Makin Nunez, better known as Megan Making Money, for some tips on having some fun and possibly making some money on the big game in Tampa this weekend. Good morning. How are you doing today, Megan?
I am absolutely wonderful. How are you this morning?
Doing fantastic, doing fantastic. Looking forward to the big game coming up in Tampa. I got my Tampa Bay Bucks stuff on. I'm a huge fan, been one since 1976. Sports betting, kind of new to the state of Tennessee. Let's talk about prop bets. First of all, can you tell us what a prop bet is?
So a prop bet is just kind of a side bet. You know, you have your spread bet, your money line bet, or your total. But a prop bet is more, they're the fun bets. They're the what could happen in a game, how many receiving yards, how many passing yards, anytime touchdown. Those are just the little extra pieces of your game that you can have action on all during the game.
I love the fact that you can do the coin toss. You can do how many yards one receiver is going to make. There's just all these different bets that can happen in and around the game as well. Well, let's talk about one of the first ones is FanDuel's Big Game Bingo. Tell us about that.
All right, so FanDuel's Big Game Bingo, it is literally the best side dish besides any of the great snacks all of the people are making in the kitchen that really goes with any Super Bowl party. You can find it over at FanDuel DFS, you can find it over at FanDuel Sportsbook app, or you can find it at FanDuelSportsbook.com/bingo. You get your bingo card, and each time one of the prop bets hits on your card, it'll be marked off. And there's also a free space that you get during the fourth quarter.
All right, very good. That sounds like a lot of fun, and we're going to give everyone that website here in just a moment to get involved in that. And you know, I mentioned it earlier, but the coin toss, that's like one of the big prop bets, one of the first ones that happens in the big game. There's a lot of ways you can bet that.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and take tails this year. Hopefully put that on my card. In the last 55, well, this will be the 55th Super Bowl, but in the last 54 Super Bowl, the coin has landed on tails 28 times and heads 25 times. Last year, Kansas City took heads and they lost. I'm thinking that history repeats itself and tails never fails, and I like tails for the coin toss this year.
I like the tails never fails. That's what they used to tell me in high school too. Let's talk about some of the other bets that are coming up, like that first touchdown. You can bet on how that touchdown is scored. You can also bet on who scores that touchdown.
You most certainly can, and you know, FanDuel Sportsbook does a great job offering literally every prop bet that you could probably want. For me personally, I like Tyreek Hill to score the first touchdown. I went back and looked at the first meeting between the Bucks and Kansas City that was back in week 12, and Tyreek Hill scored not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns. So I'm hoping that history repeats itself here and that Tyreek Hill is going to be the first one in the end zone.
And you know, when it comes to the Super Bowl MVP, we got the quarterbacks are usually the ones that get the most attention, but you got guys all over the field that award could go to.
Yes, sir. It definitely could go towards anybody. And I personally, though, I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I have loved Patrick Mahomes. He has completely just changed the way that I personally look at a quarterback. I mean, he could sling it like a shortstop. He could run for 40 yards, or he could throw a dart into double coverage and still be able to make a great play. I think that if Patrick Mahomes takes Kansas City to a back-to-back Super Bowl, he is the MVP, and I just think his team all around would agree with that.
And I guess you're going to go with him making the most passing yards during the game as well. But, you know, you got Tom Brady across the line there.
Well, that's one that I kind of teetered on. I was thinking Brady at first just because I felt like Tampa Bay is definitely going to have to try to keep up with that high-powered Kansas City offense. However, I went back and looked at that last game, and Patrick Mahomes threw for 100-plus more yards than Brady did that game. I think that, you know, Brady, he's going to try to keep up, but you know him. You've been a fan for a long time. He's a little bit older. We don't know how far he's going to be able to push that ball down the field without getting an interception or without Kansas City forcing an error there. So I like Patrick Mahomes to have the most passing yards. I think that he plays up to competition and what better competition is there as far as quarterbacks go than Tom Brady?
And before I let you go, I got to know, what is the most unique prop bet that you know of that's out there?
That's out there. I would have to double check and look, but I know that was it last year or the year before, I was able to take a prop bet it was if a particular SpongeBob song was going to be played during halftime of the Super Bowl, and it actually did, and I took it for whatever reason, just, a little, gamble responsibly, but a little pizza money, a little beer money here and there. I put it on that one, and I thought that was absolutely hysterical. I mean, there's prop bets, whether how much we're going to see Giselle, or
right,
if Mahomes' wife will be shown. I know at some point they usually put a Gatorade prop on there, so they get really fun. I mean, there's a prop for every type of person on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
I think the one that I enjoy the most is what color Gatorade is the winning coach going to get a shower with?
Oh, yes, sir. Last year it was orange, and everyone bet it up to purple. I mean, I knew people that were putting like $1,000 on purple Gatorade, and I thought that was just insane. But that's why, you always have to gamble responsibly.
That's exactly right. Megan, thank you so much for taking some time with us today.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to, be here with you guys, and I hope you guys go and check out, the FanDuel Bingo. It's literally so much fun. It's so easy. Just go in there, get you a square, and enjoy the game.
All right, Makin Nunez, thank you so much. We got the information for you on the screen right now to get involved with FanDuel's Big Game Bingo coming up this Sunday.